Hey guys, thanks for tuning into Beanie TV. This is your girl Beanie. Welcome to my channel where I offer you sprinkles of spiritual sassiness. So, as some of you may know, I am an actor. I'm gonna say I'm an entertainer because I never want to limit myself. Like, okay, so I am an entertainer here in Los Angeles. I've lived here for 2 years and I have been pursuing an acting career seriously for 2 years. I've been pursuing an acting career for 6 years, starting back in basically Philadelphia, really. Like, I'm from Jersey, went to school in Philly, and I was like trying to, do something while I was in school, but it wasn't really hitting like that, and while I lived in New York and working in New York, I had like an agent kind of, and I was doing a lot of extra work. So I did extra work on like Girls, their first season. I did extra work on, what was that show Jennifer Hudson was on, that singing show or something like that. I did NCIS. So I've done a few extra work, which is, just the background work as an actor. And my acting really started when I was in the 3rd grade. A teacher realized that I was crazy, and she was like, okay, Bino, you should be in gifted and talented theater arts department. So been studying theater arts kind of since 3rd grade. And so fast forward, I finally decided, I am sick of pretending to be this like fashion person or doing everything right in fashion, but it not really like fulfilling me. So I was like, forget this. I'd rather sacrifice than be depressed. So I moved to Los Angeles 2 years ago. And literally, as far as the acting stuff, it has been amazing, blessings, open doors. Like, literally, I got an agent like the first few months I was here. I booked work within my first year here, and it's just been a beautiful semi-steady flow of great work. So recently, this summer, my first national commercial aired. I'm in the Panera bread commercial. If you've seen it, holla. If you haven't seen it, keep watching TV, because my family's telling me like it's everywhere and I don't have a TV. So today I want to talk to you guys about how I got there, or how I booked the audition or booked the commercial, and just little, I don't know, hints, tips, and tricks for actors. So I can remember, like, when I first moved here, I wrote that I wanted to book a national commercial. When I found out what a national commercial was and the type of money that is in a national commercial, I said, oh, I want that. So I wrote that 2 years ago on like a wish list or whatever, on a goal list, and it didn't come to fruition until this March. March is when I booked it, March is when I shot it, and now it's on television. So that's the first thing, is you want something, you want a big lofty goal, write it down. Like, write down the vision, write it down, because it will come true. Absolutely. You just gotta let it come when it comes. So I can remember specifically, like, that week I had 2 auditions and I had 2 callbacks. One was for something, and then one was for Panera bread. So I had to, like, and it was all the way in Pasadena, and I live downtown, so I had to I don't have a car, so I had to leave 2 hours before my audition to make sure to get there on time. So oh no, it's in Glendale. That's where it's at, in Glendale. So I get on the bus. My audition's like at 12. I get on the bus at 9 a.m., get to the audition, do the audition. I have to go to work, and then got a call back. Next day, I have the second audition. I gotta do the same thing. Then I gotta go to work, and I work all the way in Beverly Hills. So I gotta go from Glendale to Beverly Hills. Like, this is far, y'all. And I'm not driving. I'm on public transportation, so I'm tired and exhausted. So then I got the call back for Panera bread. Go back, do my thing, and during all of this, I was just like, God, 2 auditions, 2 callbacks to go from downtown to Glendale to Beverly Hills, like literally 3-4 days in a row. God, I'm begging you, something gotta happen with this. Something has to happen with it. And then I got the Panera bread commercial, and then we shot it, and it was awesome being on set and eating all of that salad. And I ended up making the final cut. When you shoot something, like as a principal character in the commercial, you don't know if you're gonna make the final cut. You get paid for coming to work, like coming to set, but you also get a bonus if you make the final cut, but you don't know if you make it. So, but I had an amazing time on set and getting to know the cast and crew. Like, I love being on set. Being on set and seeing all of the small details that go into these 30-second commercials is just like mind-blowing for me. So that was back in March, and then I think like late April or May, I think in May, my mom was like, Abby, your commercial's on TV. And I was like, what? I made the final cut? Like, yes. Like, and honestly, like, with and you know, I, after the auditions and the callbacks, I meditated, I prayed, I said, if it be your will, let it be done. You know, I'm able to do what you've called me to do. Like, you know, obviously it was tiring being on those buses and going back and forth and back and forth, but it had to be done. I wasn't gonna complain. I wasn't gonna give up. Like, you know, and this is when I had like little to no money. Like, I'm now coming out of my money struggle, but it's like, that was when I was making like $100 a week. Okay, so I wasn't able, I didn't have the luxury of taking a Lyft. I didn't have the luxury of taking an Uber. So I had to take the bus and do all of that or whatever. So I was just like, what? I made the final cut? Like, yes, yes. And I truly believe God's hand was completely in it. You know, with acting jobs, you can go to as many commercial or as many auditions as you want, but what you book is what you book. You know, like, you can pray, you can get your crystals, you can get your sage, like, you can do all of that, but what you book is what you book. And I'm just really happy and grateful that whenever God blesses you, it's always overflow. So not only did God bless me with booking the commercial, but God blessed me by putting me in the final cut and it being a national commercial. And not only it being a national commercial, it's showing on it's showing on CNN, it's showing on ESPN, it's showing, and I got people from like high school hitting me up. Oh, and it showed during the one of the NBA Finals games. Like, that means every single person who ever had something like stupid or negative to say about me just saw me on national television. Like, that's the way God blesses us. Like, God will, when his hand is in it, it will blow your mind. So if you are an actor or an entertainer and you just, you know, you want to be on television, you want to be in movies, you want to do it, and you're working towards it, write your vision and make it plain, because it will happen. It'll just happen in due time. And while you are going on your auditions, taking your classes, praying, make sure that you're living your life in the meantime, because I see a lot of actors that the only thing they're holding on to, who's gonna call them, who's gonna book them, and all that stuff. And it's like, no, you got so much dope stuff going on around you, and you got so much dope stuff to give to the world. Like, focus on that while you're going to your auditions and doing stuff like that. Don't make like booking work your only thing. And I think that that can translate into many other things. Like, okay, you don't have a job, so that means that you're not blessed. That means that there's not good stuff going around you. Like, no, if you don't have a job, or if you haven't booked a job as an actor, focus on the other things. You know, focus on the other things. Like, and especially as actors, that work comes like, you want it to be steady, but in the beginning it's gonna be like boop 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 boop. So you better have a bread and butter. You know, you gotta have your regular job on the side to be able to keep you financially stable. So if there's any actors that are subscribed to this channel, or if you have a friend who's an actor, like, let me know in the comments below if you want me to do like a beginner's guide to acting. I'll definitely, like, I'm more than happy to share with you different books, websites, where to get headshots, what type of headshots do you need, what do you do in auditions. Like, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you. And if you've seen the Panera Bread commercial, give this video a thumbs up, and see you guys next video. Peace.